Hit that ball.
Rambo Radio with your host, Gen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fuck it. Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you.
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. So it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow. Holy smokes, guys. Welcome to Rambo Radio. Oh my God. This is so bad. Dear Lord, I am your host, Gen T, and I am tired as hell. I'm sure you can tell. Oh, man. Jesus. It's the middle of the night. And I figured, hey, I should probably turn this thing on and record something, right? That would be great. I apologize. Once again, this show is so late. It doesn't even matter anymore. But here we are, the little show that could. And I am just trying to keep my bearings together. I've been through the gulag this week. Starting with, for starters, why I'm recording in the middle of the night. I mean, we're talking like, it is 1:45 in the motherfucking morning. Because your girl had to do a football fantasy draft at work. And, I just, we'll get into the business here. First off, work. What the hell? This is right around the time that I have been waking up for work for the last week because they thought it was a good idea to have me come in around 4 or 5 o'clock in the motherfucking morning to move God knows what from that horrendous, that stupid, worthless, goddamn, no good, freeloaded son of a bitch, retarded location. Also known as Chino. Because it's been a whole couple of months. I mean, at least on my side, we were receiving pallets of things, and then the culmination, the last 2-3 weeks has just been truckloads every day of just absolute horse shit. Absolute El Toro Pupo. And your dear host, Rambo, has been sorting through all of that. And, of course, in true fashion, was like, hey, you know what? I'm not even going to try anymore. Just stick a half-price sticker on it. Let's go. It's time to part ways. Surely you don't want to bring this filth here. So that has just been, because it is 1:45 in the motherfucking morning. I just thought, man, what an absurd time to go to work. And then I realized there are plenty of Americans who are working at this ungodly hour. And I'm like, good Lord. Are you being compensated fairly? Because what the hell? Nobody should be up this early. No one. Unless you're a policeman, EMT, or something in the medical field. This is like the delirious hour. You should not be awake. Everybody should be asleep in bed with their family, eyes closed in dreamland. But instead, there are some Americans who are working at this ungodly hour. And I'm just like, Jesus. I salute you because this is impossible. This is not right. This should be illegal. Good God. Can barely think straight. You're tired. Can't really make sense of things. I'm sure you're on your like 4th or 5th cup of coffee. Jesus. Why is this so hard? I know that I had to have a cup of coffee because I was working at this ungodly hour. No, I was just awake. Okay, I hadn't made it to work yet. I was just lying in bed contemplating, why the fuck am I up at 1:50 in the morning to go to work at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning? Okay, I have to be on the road at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work at 5. And so I'm just like, man, this is this is it, man. I know this is for no reason. I know, that whoever did this, the scheduling, I know that they were trying to be cautious because there was a lot of things coming in, and maybe they underestimated my ability to work during business hours. But when it came time for this shift, I was just like, wow. And I have to do this again the next day. And the day after that, 6 a.m. In the back of my mind, I'm just like, whoever has a job that gets to wake up and go to work at the same time every day, preferably between the hours of 8 to 5, 7 to 4, or 9 to 6. God bless you. I just want to wake up and go to work at the same time. Because this is awful. So, knowing that I'm up at 1:45 in the motherfucking morning to go to work, I'm just like, man, I have a bad feeling. I have a feeling this is a waste of my time, but I will do the right thing. So, I get up at 1:50 in the morning. Alarm goes off. No, alarm didn't go off. I just woke up. My alarm was set for 2. Do you have any idea what time I went to bed? I went to bed at 8 o'clock. It was still daylight, okay? I went to bed. It was still light outside. And I was like, this is some motherfucking bullshit. I was so mad. I was like, I know this is a waste of my time. I'm going to bed when it's light outside. The only way you catch me getting up this early in the morning is if I'm going to the airport. Okay, I'm traveling. I need to pack, but to go to work at this ungodly hour? No, sir. Excuse me, sir. So, I'm just up. I'm trying to psych myself up because I just know I'm not in the mood for this. I cannot fake the funk at 1:50 in the morning. This is some motherfucking bullshit. I could not fake the funk. I tried, y'all. When I got to work, we're supposed to have some big powwow about how to organize things. And I was just like, okay, we're supposed to have a powwow about how things are organized when I already have things organized. What is the problem? Tell me where you want it. How should it look when I already have it labeled and dated? I have everything organized by the brand, what it is. And so when I arrived, of course, one of my bosses was like, we're going to change all this stuff around. And I was like, okay, so what are we changing it to besides where I have it at now? Give me your suggestion as how, we can, air quotes, improve a situation that has already been improved. But, I'm open for pointers. Psych. I was just like, I just had a feeling the response could have been the same response we could have gotten any other response, or the same response we could have gotten during regular business hours. But I was like, fully prepared for some magical response, how to organize an area that's already been organized. Go for it. So when I heard the response, I was like, ooh, yeah, we can do this, but this is going to happen. We can do this, but this is going to happen. And they're like, well, I'm going to email somebody about that because, this is not going to happen anymore because this and this. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Well, until that happens, I'll believe it when I see it. This is already set up so we can do that. So they were like, okay, well, move these boxes and then throw out these boxes. And I was like, okay. And the boxes that I threw away were empty, had been sitting in a corner for the last 3 fucking years. Okay, this corner had nothing to do with me. This was a manager's area that had nothing to do with me. So I had no clue. I had seen the empty boxes for the last 3 years, but it was none of my business to throw it away because it was not in an area that I'm concerned about because it's a manager area. So they were like, throw these boxes away. We don't need them. And I said, I perfectly agree. They're empty cardboard boxes. Why do we need to save empty cardboard boxes from 3 fucking years ago? So obviously, it's 5:15 in the morning. So you've got me here to throw away some empty boxes. And then was like, hey, move this here, here, and here. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, we can move this here, but this is going to happen. So I just said, you know what? Let's move it your way. And we moved a couple of things. Nothing crazy. I mean, when I say a couple of things, like 2 things moved. Everything else, the space stayed the same. Would you have guessed that the entire management team was like, oh my God, it looks amazing back here. You guys did such a great job. You cleaned up back here. It was a mess. And I'm just like, yo, what? I was like, my reaction, I had to turn away because I was smirking. Because I was like, oh, shit. Damn, y'all ain't paying attention back here. Nothing really changed other than the fact that there was a corner with 3 empty boxes in it, and we threw the empty boxes away. Other than that, we moved one section up and over to the left. Everything else stayed the exact same. Nothing changed. And everyone's like, oh, whoa, oh man, it looks amazing back here. I was like, okay. I was like, how has this happened? How? How did someone believe that any changes were made other than throwing away some empty boxes, which could have been done during regular business hours, could have been done when my normal shift time is? But no. We had to waste my motherfucking time and my sleep and fuck up my sleep schedule, which is where we are at now. I'm just like, I'm bloody delirious. I don't know what is up from down, right from left. The room is spinning. And no, it's not high blood pressure because I'm fat. It is because I do not know when it is time to go to work, when it is time to go to bed. I am so disoriented. I'm a person who thrives on a schedule until it is boring for most, because that is what keeps me motivated. As long as the same things are happening around the same time, we're Gucci. I perform well. I can do my job to the best of my ability. But when you start saying, hey, how's about 4 a.m., chicky boom? If you got me at a store at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're telling me that we're doing a complete demolition. Like we're bulldozing the whole fucking store. Like we need as many hands on deck at 4 motherfucking o'clock in the morning. Not to move 3 empty, dusty boxes that have been there for the last 3 fucking years that could have been thrown away 3 years ago. So I was just like, yeah, it's happening. It's happening right before my eyes. And then, so now we're at 5:30 because that took a whole 30 minutes between talking, having a little powwow, and moving those empty boxes. It was 30 minutes. So from 5 to 5:30 was all the work that I did. And then I had nothing to do. I was like, I don't believe this. I knew this was a waste of my time. I fucking knew it was a waste of my time. Oh my God. I was just like, you know what? Karma is the best return policy. This is going to bite them in the ass. And sure enough, it sure did. Because your dear host was done with work at 1:45 in the afternoon and tired as fuck. Somebody else had to do the online orders. Somebody else had to step up to the motherfucking plate because they had not one, but 2 call-offs. 2 call-offs on that day. So they were shorthanded, we were busy, and I could not do my regular job. And I said, ta-ta! I'm going to eat a succulent Chinese meal. Oh my gosh. Ta-ta. Man, I was just like, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is 1:45, time for me to go because I arrived early. I didn't arrive entirely as early as I would have liked, but I did because, it's so early in the morning that there's nothing but schizos and weirdos out on the road, and because there's just less people on the road, the people that are on the road at 4 o'clock in the morning driving to work are a bunch of motherfucking maniacs. Zoom, zoom, wee, wee, wee. Just driving insane. The level of animals on the road. Roadkill. Just crazy driving nonsense. And then to top it all off, before I even got to work, so obviously I had woken up at the ass crack of not even dawn. I go to bed at 1:50 in the morning. I don't go to work at 1:50 in the morning, okay, people? I don't wake up for work then. So this was a new frontier for me. And so I'm on the road at 4 something in the morning. And, obviously I'm apprehensive about this because of how people drive. The poor little animals wandering around the roads because there's just less people on the road. So they somehow manage to wander on the roads and get hit, and which could cause another accident, And finally, the element that I completely disregarded was people shooting each other. That's right, friends. An intersection that I have to go through to get to the freeway. One of the main intersections in town. Something about this intersection, if it is not during regular hours, you will sit at that light for 15 minutes. You'll just sit there. No cars. You'll be the only car in the intersection, and you'll sit there at this light. It does not turn because it's in the middle of the motherfucking night. Why would it turn over? Nobody's on the road, okay? And so, as I'm getting ready to approach this light, my phone goes beep, beep. And, it's already just weird being up early. Now I'm driving to work super early. So I just check my phone. Okay, something tells me I should open my phone. So I look at the alert, and it is from my security system, and or it's the neighborhood app, and it says, "Shots fired." Shots motherfucking fired at an intersection that I am about to go sit at for 10 to 15 minutes because the lights don't work right until it's daylight. So, as I'm approaching this intersection that is apparently hot, I said, oh, hell no. I put that shit in reverse and drove right back home. I was like, fuck that. If I'm going to die, I will die at home. You are not going to catch me getting shot, going to work. I already knew it was going to be a fucking waste of my time. I was already pissed about that. Now you're going to make me real mad, Jack, if you shoot me on the way to my job at 4 motherfucking o'clock in the morning. I was like, nah. Put that bitch in reverse. It's the Prius. It don't make noise. We're in reverse. That's me putting my shit in reverse, taking my ass right back home. Because I'm like, look, if I'm going to get fucking shot over this shit, I want to get shot at home. I do not want to be shot in some fucking shitty ass intersection in the Dino, okay? So I was like, nah, we ain't doing this. Shots motherfucking fired at an intersection that knowingly takes 10 to 15 minutes for the light to change in the middle of the night. You know how I know? Because I've been there, okay? And there's been a time that I have pulled up to this very intersection. No cars. I sat there. The light never changed. The light only changed because I got out of my car and pressed the crosswalk button. After 10 minutes of waiting, I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm hitting the crosswalk. Got out of my car, ran up to the light and hit the crosswalk button. That was the only way I got to go. I'm sure I still would have been sitting at that light if I hadn't hit that button. But today it was shots fired. And I was like, no. We're not doing this. Retreat. So I drove my ass back home and I'm sitting in my fucking driveway pissed. I'm like, yo, you motherfuckers are endangering my life on some lack of sleep shit, on some waste of time shit. And now you're trying to get my ass shot, trying to get my ass capped for going to work this early in the morning. This is a sign. Don't let me come to work this early in the motherfucking morning again. So I waited about 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, that should be enough of a time to let people shoot each other. Whoever is having a disagreement, shoot each other, bust a cap in their ass, and then I can just drive to work. So I waited 15 minutes. I pull up at this intersection. I see there's nobody there. So I was like, oh, good. The carnage is over. Because who's got the time to shoot each other at 4 o'clock in the morning? Oh, my days. It was just like, oh, man. I just went through the motherfucking gulag to get there. And then when I get there, only to be realized that I literally risked my life for some empty boxes that could have been thrown away 3 years ago. I was like, you dumb son of a bitch. You fucking goofy. Oh, you jackass. Oh, man. So my boss was like, all right, well, I guess that's that. I guess we don't really need to be here this early, huh? And I was like, you think? And I said, well, since I'm here, I'm just going to get to work. I'm going to pretend like there's customers here and the phone is ringing and I'm working feverishly. Which I was, goddammit. It took me 3 days. When I say 3 days, let's see, 32 hours. I spent 32 shift hours individually pricing items, garbage items that came from that other location, that dump, that prison channel. 32 hours. I spent 32 hours straight from the time I got there to the time I left, other than a lunch on those 3 days, which was an hour. From the start of my shift to the end, hand priced every single motherfucking item that came out, which was just insane. Okay. Because I was like, yo, I'm not dealing with this. Goodbye. This is what you get. Y'all should have priced these items when the moment you gave up, the moment you say, I'm quitting, I'm going to close the store, mark that shit down. You know, they said, oh, we're closing. They had people show up and then they go, where's the markdown items? And they said, we're not doing that. What you should have told them is, come to my location. We will have all the markdown items. So after pricing all of these items, the fourth day, they go, oh, so remember all those thousands of items that you individual priced? Well, they actually belong to the other two stores. And so you have now got to remove the price tag off of thousands of items and send them to another location. And I was like, cool. Now you can have somebody else do that. I had a motherfucking enough. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of the stupidity. I was like, you know what? I will gather the items and someone else can pull the price tags off because I did my motherfucking job. Okay. I had the foresight to be like, these items don't belong here. We should not take these. Hey, we should split all these items up and send it to the other two stores. They might use them because we don't carry these items. No, this is what I got from a higher up. No, that would be a waste of time. Just individually price them and put them on the discount rack. And I was just like, what's more of a waste of time? Individually pricing freaking close to 5,000 items? Or splitting these 5,000 items up and sending them to two locations and letting them figure it out. Let them pull the stock. So come the fourth day, we all got a little email that said, oh, we need that stuff. And I went, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I spent 3 days. We're talking close to 5,000 items that I individually price tagged over a span of 3 days. And you mean to tell me it was a motherfucking waste of my time? But your dear host, Rambopera, already knew this was going to be a waste of time. So I was trying to price those items as fast as I could. And any customer that I saw that day, whether I liked them, whether they were one of the worst customers that shops at my work, or they were one of the best customers, I was like, hey, do you like discounted things? Head to the back of the store. There's some, air quotes, goodies back there. Even though I know it's complete dog shit. Somebody's dog shit is somebody else's treasure. So I was like, you know what? Hey, if you're on a budget, you're looking for some things, your wallet's tight, head to the discount rack. I sent as many customers back there as possible because I just had a feeling. How am I steps ahead of my own job? Okay. How does this happen? I just had a feeling. I said, pricing all these items is going to be a waste of my time. Receiving all these items was a waste of time. Having these items was a waste of time. Good thing that store is gone, because what a waste of time, effort, resources, and goddamn money. Money that could have been spent on people that deserved it. Okay? Instead of opening that trash location and being greedy, you could have just paid people to stay. and you would have had a well-oiled machine by now. How does nobody have the magic magic 8-ball? Why aren't you shaking the 8-ball and be like, should I pay people good wages, or should I open another location in an area and watch a store fail? Now, obviously, we don't know if it was gonna fail or not. My location wasn't doing well for a while when they first opened up, and then it just exploded. One of the other locations we have was doing terrible for the first year, and now it's doing great. This one, never. When I say never, this store was never doing good. When I say never, I mean never. Never say never again. This store never did well. The only time this store did well was during COVID, and people were just desperate to buy anything. They were just desperate to be out of the house, okay? So, of course, they went to a location nobody was at because it just made sense. Like, whoa, wait, there's a 55,000 square foot grocery store full of toilet paper? Yeah. This is the place. But once after COVID, once the lockdown ended, people are like, who? Where? Nah, it ain't happening. So I just thought, man, this whole fucking time, you could have used that money. Instead of taking a fat ass loss, you could have used that money and paid people good wages. You know what? And people would have been happy. And happy workers mean they work hard for you. At least this is just what I hear. Because I don't see a whole lot of happy workers where I work at. This is just what I hear, y'all. Apparently, if you pay people well, they'll work hard for you because they're not worried about, oh man, my bills have doubled in price within the last 10 years, but my wages haven't. Oh man, I don't have to worry about this X, Y, and Z. I can have savings. I can have money to travel. I can take care of my family. Now, I get it. This is an entry-level job in the work world, but that doesn't mean that you can't compensate people well. And especially that you can't compensate people well enough that they would want to stay. Okay? Because they're being paid well and they feel good. They like it. They enjoy coming to work. Man, that location literally almost cost the company, the entire company, essentially. It was just so bad. Such a waste of time, money, and resources, and literally almost bankrupt the company. And hopefully let's not do that again. When you say Chino, we meant Chino Hills. That's where the money is at. The Beverly Hills of the Inland Empire, Chino Hills. And did you know people that live in Chino Hills don't like going to Chino? Because let me tell you what's in Chino. Cow shit and a prison. Oh, yeah. Rich people don't want to go there. People with money don't want to go there. Oh, man. I just think about, if they would have put a store in Rancho Cucamonga, which at the time of them looking for another location, Rancho Cucamonga was booming, is still booming. And how much wealthier would they be if they would have had a store in Rancho Cucamonga? Just saying. But I don't make those decisions. I just show up. I help people. And then I go to jiu-jitsu. I'm just here to help. Okay. If I truly cared about making those important decisions, I would have asked for a position within the company that would be involved in doing that. But, at the end of the day, I'm just like, no, not worth it. I like not getting a phone call in the middle of the night, like, oh, the freezer's out. You got to come to work. It's 2:00 in the morning. Or, somebody quit. You got to pick up somebody's shift. Like, no. I like working at the same time every day. I like going to jiu-jitsu. I like clocking out of work and not thinking about work until I clock in again. Holy smokes, man. If you've seen my management team, just their eyeballs are sawdust, man. They're just glossed over. They're just like scrambling. They're just like stressed out. They're just like, or I'm over it, or this place sucks, or oh man, it's just terrible. You know, just all of them, every single one of them. Not a single one of them is like happy. Like, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to manage people. I'm happy to help out in the workforce. Not a single motherfucking one of them. The moment they clock in, they're like, ugh. Or let me try and pretend everything's okay, but it's not. Here I am. It's me. What's that guy from South Park? The fucking terrible toe. Let me pretend everything's okay, but it's not. Meanwhile, I'm just like, damn, sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. Because at the end of the day, my low-level position, I just do whatever tasks that need to be performed, and then I leave. I'm absolved of duty. I don't have to care. I care because I'm passionate. I'm a passionate person. And I want to do the best job that I can do, because I know if I do a good job, then this helps other people. It helps my other worker friends. It helps customers. Things run smoothly. If I put on a brave face and get to work and I get things done and I make the most out of a shit situation. Faking the funk is my specialty. But something about last week, the funk could not be faked. I said, this is some motherfucking bullshit. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out. God damn. I just was like, let's not do this again ever. Okay? If you're going to call me to work at motherfucking 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, make it worth my time, please. Surely. That was bad. That was really fucking bad. Because y'all know I do not do well when I do not sleep very good, or if it's too early or too late. Your girl falls asleep driving. So my concern was must stay awake for my safety and must get to jiu-jitsu. And that's what I did. And that is why you hear my voice today. I am motherfucking grateful that I didn't get shot, that I didn't fall off a ladder, because at one point I was so tired. I was just standing somewhere swaying, okay? I was just swaying because I was delusional due to the lack of sleep, due to the physical and mental fatigue I was experiencing at work. I remember just standing still and being on my feet and falling asleep standing up. And I was just like fucking swaying. I was like, holy shit. This is not okay. So it's a miracle you hear my voice today. Inshallah, God willing. Oh, Jesus God. Well, let's see what else. Well, since I really wasn't helping a whole lot of customers, I don't have a customer of the week. We'll have to find one for next week. But what I did notice, is there's a lot of filth going on. For starters, let's do some current events. Well, this week, it is everywhere. You cannot escape it. I don't know how you have escaped it. If you have escaped it, and this is your first time hearing about this, well, pat yourself on the motherfucking back. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck split again. And I just want to say, as someone who cares about pop culture, but it doesn't really take it seriously, obviously, but I just find it fascinating, to be famous and to just have the microscope on you 24/7. How are you able to be a legitimate person? How does that not distort your reality, knowing that people, millions of people or thousands of people even, or whatever, an X amount of people look up to you. And then there's just thousands of people, reporters or news or whatever, gossip or tabloids that are constantly inspecting your life and waiting for you to make a mistake and be like, ha ha, look at you, ha ha. That's gotta do something to your psyche, right? So when I see a situation like Bennifer, J-Lo and Ben Affleck, I think, here is a regular guy from Boston who motherfucking made it, okay? Wherever the hell specific town he come from, I'm sure a lot of people don't make it out of there. And so you beat the odds. You become famous. Then you become Ben Affleck famous, where you cannot go anywhere, okay? You cannot go anywhere in America without not being recognized. Maybe even some parts of the globe. We'll say like London or Eastern Europe, right? Maybe even Australia a little bit. But then there's J-Lo. And we're talking stratospheric, or in her case, atmospheric, because her ass is so large it doesn't belong in this atmosphere. Ass atmospheric. When you are so large that you're worldwide, it doesn't matter where on earth you go, you are going to get recognized, okay? I'm pretty sure there's a couple places in like Asia or maybe India or like South America where Ben Affleck can like probably pull up and people are like, oh, this is some regular white dude, right? Ben Affleck pulls up in Bali, like he might get spotted because there's American people, vacationing there, or Ben Affleck goes to Russia. I'm sure people don't bother him. But J-Lo, and that is a giant ass on J-Lo. This woman cannot go anywhere. There is no place on earth this bitch can hide and she not be recognized, okay? It's Jennifer Lopez, which pat yourself on the back, because being Jenny from the Block to a backup dancer on Living Color to being so famous, there is literally no place on earth that you can hide and not be spotted. Everybody knows who you are. It's kind of crazy. And so I think when you're under these kind of conditions, I think it's incredibly rare that you not become an asshole. And in her case, it just seems like old Jenny from the Block, God bless her, she is definitely not the same woman because of this level of fame, because of this level of notoriety. She has reached what they call God mode, or the Atmos. And obviously this level of fame has affected her in such a way where she lacks the ability, in my opinion, to recognize that she comes off as a mean person, okay? I'm sure she's a nice lady. I want to believe that she is, but, I don't want to waste her time. But I could just look at pictures of her, or if you see video of her, or just the stories you hear from people, it just seems like this person is not Jenny from the block anymore. She's just like uppity, mean, and I think Brother Ben, because 20 years ago, they were together. And when they were together, they were both young. They weren't as famous as they were then, but they were pretty famous. And I think Young Love and I think the booty. I think the booty got to my boy Ben. And obviously with Latin women, what do we know about Latin women? They are spicy in the bedroom. But when they are not in the sheets, they're also spicy in the streets. And so this could be very problematic. There is a certain attitude. I don't want to say, because I'm speculating. I'm only going by what I see, what I observe. And I just have a feeling that this lady is unpleasant to be with. Because there has just been so many suitors. No judgment, but there has just been so many people that this woman has married and divorced. And I'm just starting to think that maybe, it's not them, it's you, sweets. It might be you. I can't imagine what type of personality you're dealing with when the backup dancer becomes the lead singer. I mean, that is a level of pure insanity. Because you know how backup dancers are, y'all. Especially back in the day, backup dancers were like, that was almost like a minimum wage job. Like you were a starving artist. You're not going to make it. And somehow this chick danced her way to the top, literally danced her way to the top to be in the number one spot. She became the lead singer who couldn't sing. Let's be real. No disrespect. My girl cannot sing. Okay. You listen to Ready for Tonight. Wow. Don't be fooled at the back that I got. I think Jenny from the blood. I wanna dance in love again. This girl, it's not good, y'all. And that's lip syncing, okay? That's auto-tuned. She somehow made her way to the top, lip syncing her way to the motherfucking top. God bless you. You've got to know. Mommy, it's not good. People have bought tickets to her tour. And, obviously they're there for the dancing, which I hear is amazing. I've seen some of the dancing at these shows. But the singing, Mommy, no. You are not singing live, sweets. That is terrible. So I'm thinking, man, you have got to know in the back of your mind. Okay. I was the backup dancer from the Bronx, I made it. I clawed my way to the top. And now I am lip syncing, and somehow she started to believe her own hype about her. And, it was cool. God bless you. I celebrate that you went from being the backup dancer to the lead singer. This just does not happen. This is like near impossible. But we also know that you can't sing. I'm so sorry, Lord. This lady cannot sing. And so lip syncing, obviously, okay, you don't have to sing. You're singing to your tape. Somehow, somewhere, somebody has convinced her that she can sing. And she thinks that she can sing. And so now that she's like, I can sing, I can dance, and then went into movies. And these movies, obviously, Selena, hello, fantastic. She did an amazing job. But some of these other movies, like, there was one where she was like a bounty hunter or a cop. Oh, Lord have mercy. Terrible. There was another movie where she was like, I don't want to say she played herself, but the movie U-Turn, go watch that shit. I only own it because she shows her titty in that movie. Come on. It was early days. Don't tell me that might be a stunt double, but I solely bought this movie in the $5 DVD bin when I was a wee young lass. Because her titty was in it. U-Turn. But this movie, she was a psychopath who manipulated men. Whoa. This wasn't a documentary, folks. This was J-Lo pretending. This is J-Lo playing a character where she is a master manipulator of men, and she gets them to do whatever she wants, including commit murder. So, and then also her character, she is sleeping with her stepdad. I mean, this movie is out there, okay? This movie is wild. Please, I politely encourage you to watch U-Turn. Not because of J-Lo's titty. I mean, I'm going to be biased. It was because of J-Lo's titty for me. But Sean Penn plays an amazing character in this movie. I mean, he plays a bad, air quotes, bad guy, a criminal who is just trying to do the right thing. And he just hits a series of bad, a criminal who's trying to reform himself, who just hits a series of bad luck, who is just unlucky. And so Sean Penn is in it. Who else is in it? Claire Danes is in this movie. J-Lo. John Voight is in this movie, I believe. The bad guy from Sons of Anarchy, the guy with the smashed up face, is in there. Who else is in there? Joaquin Phoenix is in there. I mean, there is just a who's who of cast. Everybody famous. This movie, people who did this movie, it must have been like a favor to somebody, because it was like people that are legitimately famous. And this is like a fucking B-rated movie, you know? It's terrible. Everybody knows. We only watched U-Turn for J-Lo's titty. So bad. Oh, but I highly recommend. Put the kids to bed and watch J-Lo play herself as a master manipulator of men. I mean, there are terrible memes going around that she's going to have more rings than LeBron James right now because she's been married so many times. And fuck, man, it's just sad. It's just sad. She might actually get more rings than LeBron James. Holy shit, man. But I just realized that movie U-Turn, she's just a master manipulator of men, multiple men in that movie. And my God, if you interviewed all of her exes, I'm sure they would say the same thing. Oh, dear God. But I wish J-Lo the best. You know, I want to believe that this is just hearsay, but it just seems like, okay, it just seems like when 5 other dudes are telling the same story, I'm gonna fucking believe them. It's not like they called each other up and was like, bro, we gotta say this. No, they were like, hello, you survived, brother, you survived. We all fell for it. The booty was fantastic. But after that, once we were done in the bedroom, holy shit. This lady is mean as hell. Oh, my days, man. I want to believe that she's a sweet lady. She is a mother, children that she had with Mark Anthony, who, my God, is an amazing, amazing Spanish singer. That shit didn't work out. So I was like, damn. You know, it was the other backup dancer. It was Ben twice. Who else? There was somebody else in there. I could have swore there's somebody else. I'm not talking dating, because she dated Diddy. But damn, old girl been married quite a few times. I think maybe it's time that we do some self-reflection and hold off getting married. Mommy, it ain't in the cards. You might want to have a boyfriend or somebody you rendezvous with. But maybe marriage isn't for you. Jesus Christ. And if you look at Brother Ben's face, man, he looks like he has seen a motherfucking ghost. Because now he is that guy. He is that guy that fell for the booty once and thought, man, this booty is amazing. And then got in there and was like, holy shit, this is terrible. I'm out. And then came back. He fucking came back for more. He's like, oh God. I remember this booty was fantastic the first time. And completely forgot. The booty was so good that he completely forgot how bad it was the first time. And then once it wore off again, he went, holy shit, it's happening again. J-Lo and Bennifer are no more. Damn. It's the end of an era, folks. I'm trying to think what else I saw that was just preposterous. Blake Lively, who is Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool guy, his wife. Apparently she's getting a bad rap about some movie she made. This Is Us or whatever. I just don't give a shit. I'm just so tired of the fucking socials trying to shove this story down my face about how Blake Lively is a bitch and this, that, and the other. She's phony. She's tone deaf. She's whoop-de fucking whoop. Okay? Let me tell you something. Blake Lively is a fucking human being. Whether she's a King Kamehameha bitch or she's the sweetest, she's Sammy Sweetheart, okay? Who fucking cares? Do you want to watch her fucking movie or not? If you're not going to watch a movie, then keep it fucking moving. I don't want to hear a damn thing about this anymore. I'm so tired of this. Like, everyone's like, oh, Ryan Reynolds is such a nice guy. Why is his wife a bitch? Like, look at her. She broke up this movie, or she caused tension on the set, or she did this. Whoop de fucking whoop. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I almost thought because the way that they're spewing these stories about this woman that they're just digging, they are fucking going back and they're like, ooh, in 2009 she said this about transgenders, in 2014 she said this about immigrants. Like, they're just fucking fishing, okay? They are roasting this bitch. They are digging for everything that she could have said that could be interpreted as something wrong. And I'm just like, yo, why are you trying to break this lady down? Is it because y'all are jealous that she's with Ryan Reynolds? Is that what's going on? Like, y'all are trying to break these two up, or you're trying to cause stress in their life, or whatever? I just don't understand it. Why is the media going so hard on this lady? Okay, she might have said something. She might have done something. At the end of the day, you either watch the movie or not. I don't see why so many people are riled up. Like, I mean, they're literally getting reporters that interviewed her 20 years ago or something, or some shit, 15 fucking years ago. Like, she was mean to me at a press conference. She's terrible. Like, oh my God. Joke off. I mean, I just don't understand what this has to do with the price of bread on the shelves, okay? Who fucking cares? This lady is just trying to promote this movie because she did this movie and she's contractually obligated to promote this movie. And somehow, some way, it got let out that she and the main character had beef with each other. Who fucking cares? Watch the movie or don't. But to sit there and just like try to like assassinate this lady, even though this may or may not be true. Same with J-Lo. Like, I mean, it's just kind of a thing that it's sort of been proven that she's a bitch-ass bitch. But you know, we want to believe. We want to believe she's a nice lady. Blake Lively, I'm sure she's a nice lady. I want to believe she's a nice lady. But all of these people coming out with the pitchforks like, she's mean. She did this in 1999. Like, I'm sorry. Just like 6 weeks ago, you were in love with this woman. You're like, oh, there she is. Blake Lively on the carpet. Darling, what are you wearing? Oh, there she is at the Taylor Swift concert. She's a Swiftie. We love Blake Lively. And I'm like, yo, isn't this the lady who played a bitch on Gossip Girl? And then y'all are mad that she might be a bitch in real life? Like, so she played herself on Gossip Girl. Who's mad about this? I'm sorry. Why is America upset about this? I just don't understand. This is just all over my feed. Twitter, fucking IG, TikTok, Snappy Chat. I don't like it. I don't give a shit. I don't care if this lady is mean or nice. Leave her the hell alone, okay? Just leave her alone. Let her do her thing. Let her live her life in peace. To me, in my opinion, without even seeing the movie or the clip or whatever's going on, it's not a movie I give a shit about. There are more important things going on. Look, I just told y'all. A signal light I regularly pull up to that I was about to drive through had people shooting each other. I'm just trying to live. I'm just trying to pay my bills. I'm just trying to jujitsu. I'm just trying to have fun with my friends. I don't give a shit about Blake Lively. Stop trying to shove that shit down my throat, okay? Same with Ben Benifer. Let them do their thing. Same with Brangelina. Let them live their lives. They're divorcing, they fighting, they beefing, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's just so weird. I don't understand how, mainstream media expects people to get on board and patronize their business when they be talking about some dumbass shit, okay? The way y'all cover politics, the way y'all talk about people, the way y'all get in people's business. I don't like it. It's not my fucking cup of tea. But what I do like is some funny ass shit. I recently discovered a YouTube page. The comedian is called Drewski. Holy shit. Y'all need to go to this man's YouTube channel and watch. I mean, one of the episodes I watched, he's doing these skits. Some of them I cannot tell. Some of the skits you can tell is somewhat set up. Like one of these skits, he pretended to be a day laborer at Home Depot. You see this fucking 6'3" tall ass black dude covered in paint hanging out with fucking short little Mexican guys trying to get a job. It is hilarious. Okay. So he's got these little skits and then he does these it is weird. He does like these casting calls, but I don't think they're real, but I believe he's like telling people they're real. He gets people to come to these casting calls and then basically he just roasts them. It's just the funniest thing. Like he has like these tryouts, like it's American Idol, but he really uses it to roast people. And I love it. I don't know. I don't think it's a hidden camera because I think people know they're on camera, but it's just the fact that he will pull up and show up at any city. He even went to England and he'll host these he has like these auditions, these rap auditions or singing auditions. And then he just roasts people. It's hilarious. Like one of them, like, let me see if I still save the audio. This shit was hilarious. I was fucking dying. Oh, shit. Oh, my days. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it was real. I deleted it. Here, let me find it. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is it.
He said, okay, stop right there. He said, blow you a back. Blow me a bag. A bag. You know, I got my own one. You're talking about blow that back out. Yeah. Yeah. It's my kid. You galloping on that cushion. Yeah, you know. I like that. I like that. That pussy rule the world. Yeah. Your pussy rule the world? Yeah, you know, I can. Okay. It can rule your world. Yeah, let's hear it from the top. My bad. I got a little carried away. Yeah, you know, I know. A little carried away. We can go back and get real carried away.
Next.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm looking like this. It's that way. Drewski. Appreciate that, Mom. Man. Thank you so much. I'm trying to suck your dick from the back and make your asshole clap, though. Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
He just gets these people auditioning to rap or sing, and the shit they be saying, he's just getting people off the street. Like, when he went to England, this chick was like, pussy pink and white like cocaine. Oh, I'll shoot my brain like Cobain. I was beside myself. Oh, let me see if I can find it. I could not believe it was real. Oh, man. He had this white guy he had this English guy who was like trying to be a reggae artist. He was like, wang. He's like, me turn the pussy red, pink and red. He was like, excuse me? He's like, me turn the pussy pink and red. Dear God, listen to this shit.
The pussy turn red. Why they call you that? Like, what's the real? We make the pussy turn red from the Jamaican community. We learn. Me a fuck. Hey, boy. But you're not Jamaican. All right, fuck it. Big bombo class before busting on me head. A sexy girl, let's show off and give me head. When me fuck pussy turn red. Pussy turn red. Big bombo that could be a hit for us, I'm telling you, man. When me fuck pussy turn red. You got a hit. It don't matter. Come pussy turn red. And if you're looking for your 1 minute, man, goddamn, she get the wrong man. So you're not no 1 minute man? Not a 1 minute man. Because when you fuck pussy turn red. And we tan pan it long. Tan pan it long. Take fuck, I don't see what daddy for me. What'd you say right there? Fuck on the nazi, fuck on the nazi. When me fuck pussy turn red. He from a different cloth.
Oh my God.
You to walk in, fam.
Oh.
Need some lotion, no talking soap.
Oh, this is this chick.
Drop that homies, he gonna pop that.
Whoa. Who dropping soap and homies popping that?
I'm not gonna say, I'm not trying to
Who
get...
you know that got fucked in jail? That's why.
I'm not talking on nothing, you get me? French tips, pussy pink and white like cocaine.
Pussy pink and white. I knew the pussy was pink and white.
Pussy pink and white like cocaine.
Pussy pink and white like cocaine. You
got every guy shooting their shot, huh? Okay, Cobain. Pretty bitch in motion, that's how I know they gon' hate. With all that dick riding, you should go and run a train.
Yeah, oh wait, whoa.
Oh.
See, I know I'm trying to put that business out there. Yeah, I'm not trying to put business out there.
I don't take it. Back in my day, though.
Back off a bit.
Back in my day. You feel? I'm gonna leave that type of shit for y'all, man. He said running trains. I know she got a train ran on her.
They need some lotion, no talking soap.
Oh my God. What the hell kind of English woman talk like that? Pushy pink and white and cocaine. But you about to blow your brain like Cobain. Now you run a train. Please, for the love of God, YouTube, Drewski. I mean, this is insane. Or you can go to Instagram, and he's got like snippets of some of his YouTube skits he's doing up there. But if you want to watch the full skits, they're usually about 2 minutes to about when he does these roasts. The roasts are like 25 minutes, but he posts little snippets of them. But he goes around to different cities. Like the first lady that I played, that was Memphis. So and she's like, Drewski, I was like, get dick from the back, make your ass clap. Oh dear God. Unbelievable. Just madness. Absolute madness. I'm still bawling my eyes out watching some of Drewski's skits, man. They are hilarious. Let's see what else. Ooh, I watched the Lacey Peterson documentary, and holy shit. Man, I needed a moment of silence after I finished that. Ooh. That was some heavy 3 hours because damn. Just the way things went down for that. And I remembered when it happened because it was like December of 2002. Yeah, so I remember watching a lot of the news then because I was in college, so I wasn't working yet. So I had a lot of free time in 2002. So I was watching a lot of news. And I remember the story because I just had a feeling when they announced that she was missing, and that she was pregnant, I just had a feeling that I was like, oh, no. She ain't coming back home. Nah, fam. She gone. Somebody killed her. I just had a feeling maybe that's all of my watching my Law and Order shows back in the day. The Commish, NYPD Blue. I was like, no, somebody murdered this lady. If I forget, if they don't find you after like, what is it, like 42 hours or 72 hours, they just assume that you've been killed. So, just because the stats are not on your side. So, I just figured after the 72 hours, I was like, nah, she gone. And it was sad because she was pregnant, sweet lady, pregnant. So I always thought it was odd that when they would interview people, and people have different stages of grief, laughter, crying, sadness, distraught, not eating. I always thought whenever they showed her mans on the news, this Scott Peterson dude, like, he wasn't really sad. Like, he always had the same goofy ass expression with his little Joker lips he got going on. He don't have like a little upper lip. It just like curls on the side. And I was like, yo, this guy's a schizo. But they're like, no, Scott wouldn't do it. He's a nice man. Whoop de fucking whoop. And then come to find out he had a whole ass girlfriend in a town 90 miles away. And I'm like, oh man, this guy basically killed his wife so he could go start a new life with this lady. This is exactly what happened. This is on Law and Order. Surely. Surely you've seen that episode. If you're not in the know about this story, please go watch this shit. I mean, it is just touching. I mean, I almost cried listening to Lacey's mom telling her accounts of how the things are, because you just know that I'm not a parent, but I just know that it is a parent's worst nightmare to have to bury your child. I do know that. And the state of how Lacey was found, they basically just found a torso. They didn't find the rest of her. They just found the torso, and they found the unborn child washed up on the beach. This could have all been avoided. Brother man, the moment you picked up a new girlfriend, you should have called your wife and been like, you know what? Honey, it ain't working out. Peace. You had to kill her? Come on, man. Come on. It's just so sick. And when you're watching all of these interviews and these stories, you can tell when somebody's passionate or upset or distraught, but just by looking at their eyes, just their demeanor. And every time you look at this Scott Peterson guy, it's the same expression the entire documentary. The same expression. The only time I see moisture on this man's face is because he's sweating under the lights. They're asking him questions. They're interviewing him. He's like, it's like, come on, man. You're not even sad. And then the one time he did cry is when the cops caught him in San Diego with $15,000 in cash, 4 cell phones, camping gear, an axe, a rope, and a bunch of different credit cards, and his brother's ID. And he had dyed his hair blonde. So, does that sound like somebody who was trying to stay in America? Does that sound like an innocent person to you? Who's walking around with $15,000 cash on them? I'm just curious. I know you're not going to the bank. Or maybe you are. Maybe you are going to the bank. But why? But why do you have 4 cell phones? 4 of them. 4 cell phones. Some camping gear. It just doesn't add up, man. It just doesn't add up. If you're innocent, you tell people, hey, listen, this might not be believable, but here's my truth. My truth is, I am innocent. I didn't do this. That's the first thing, is you want to get your story out there. Like, because the longer you wait, you look guilty. And my man's was found guilty. But please, I politely encourage. I mean, obviously, you know what happened to Lacey, but, go back and watch this Lacey Peterson documentary on Netflix if you are interested. I highly motherfucking recommend. I am going on a much, much needed vacation. It has been a minute. When was the last time I took a vacation? My birthday. That was the last time I took a vacation. No, 4th of July. I took a little bit of time. But other than that, this will be where I am gone for a long time. And I'm motherfucking excited about that. Anytime I am not at work and all I get to do is hang out with my friends and be visiting, be traveling, be going to another jiu-jitsu school, probably in a town that I am not normally in. I'm excited. So I am off, friends. I hope you don't mind. I am going to take a vacation. So next week, hopefully I'll be back in time to tell you all about it. I should be back. But I am off to go to the bright lights of Las Vegas. Just Vegas is like my heartbeat. I love Vegas. I don't care what anybody says. I love Vegas. If people go, oh, it's overrated. I'm like, not the Vegas I do. I'm relaxing. I am not at home. I am not watching my dogs who are like my children. I am taking a much needed break from work. I am stuffing my face with delicious food. Sometimes I'll go to the gym. Sometimes I won't. And this will be a trip to Vegas where I will not be fighting. So I am even welcoming this rest period because your girl needs some rest. I mean, I have been through the motherfucking gulag at work, okay? Your girl needs some R&R, some rest and recovery time. So that is going to do it for me, folks. RambleParadio.com. Oh, by the time you hear this, you will have exactly 5 days to go to Industrialist.com and pre-order your Who is Jen rash guard. Because after Friday, 8:30, there will be no more. We will be done. It will be over. And I just want to say, if you did indeed buy a rash guard, I want to say thank you for supporting yours truly. It does not go unnoticed. I thank you so much. And obviously, if you can't support me monetarily, I appreciate you just liking and sharing this podcast. That is free. Gen T TV, I'm just feverishly posting videos up there, providing content for people to enjoy. Some of it is old, some of it is new, some of it is borrowed, and some of it's shit. But apparently this is what you do to become a YouTube star. I'm late to the game, but I'm learning. And apparently if you post things, people watch them. So, and one of the videos I posted, I had a whole ass conversation with somebody. So I was excited to talk to someone about Gen T TV. So go there if you want to see silly things, stupid things, or just plain, what the hell was that? All right, folks, I will talk to y'all next week. But until then, this is Ramble Per Radio. I'm out. Peace.